Quick demonstration of how we can use the new Perforce Static Analysis AI auto remediation tools within Visual Studio Code IDE to quickly find and fix, alongside the static analysis of course, the issues that we're getting reported. So we're starting with this project, OpenSSL, for which we've created the central server-side project and performed at least one baseline analysis with the various rules and configuration turned on that we wish to follow. So in this case we're using the CWE standards for reporting of security vulnerabilities. Within Visual Studio Code we've installed the Perforce Static Analysis plugin, this time configured to use Klocwork as the engine, and also the GitHub Copilot chat plugin as well for Visual Studio Code. So those two are going to work together. The project settings, obviously we've used setup for Klocwork in this case, as I say, and we've connected it to the OpenSSL central project. And so that when we perform our local edits within the code, in this case this file x509 name.c, you can see that automatically the analysis runs and we generate the list of findings. In this case we have 3 findings. So these are 2 critical null pointer dereferences, which are CWE 476 and 690 reference issues. There's 2 of those, and then there is also the one for an unused local variable, sort of a lesser issue, and this is CWE 563. Now in the case of the last issue that we see reported here, you'll note that it's got a local citing in terms of where it's come from, and that means that this is something that I've introduced having made changes to my code recently following what I checked out, whereas the first 2 here both have system flags, meaning that those were created and known about already in our baseline analysis. So they were already present essentially in the master branch, whereas this one was a local issue. So for the local issue, I can now click on that, and obviously having understood what the problem is, maybe I can choose to fix this using the Klocwork tools. So by Klocwork tools, what we're actually doing here is taking the analysis data from the Klocwork analysis results, and we're passing that out to the GitHub Copilot to interact with the AI LLMs that it's using, and in this case we're using Claude. Although we do have, depending on your account options here, we have options for other engines such as GPT, or if you're in a commercial account, then even local local AI models as well. So as a result of that, it's gone off and worked out what the problem is and provided us with a suggested fix, and then at that point we can choose to either keep that change or undo it, and in this case we may wish to keep it. It's a simple fix, and the explanation for the fix and what was provided by the AI is also detailed in the chat window here. So that was essentially a full running commentary of what was done, what we found in terms of how to fix it, and then the suggested fix, which I've accepted. As soon as we've accepted the fix, the analysis is automatically triggered. So you can see here we've actually configured this to run incremental analysis on every single change to the file, and as a result of that, of course, we now get the updated results, and I'm pleased to say that the suggested fix was indeed a valid fix for that particular issue. It was a very simple case. Again, we can apply the same here for also our sort of backlog issues. Now in this case we may or may not wish to show those to the developer on the basis of do we want them actually changing code that's in the master branch already, or would we prefer to focus them on just fixing the new issues that they introduce as they create new code and change code, because that's obviously a lot safer to make sure that that's never entered into the code stream, of course. But for anything where we're actually looking at the backlog issues, we may want to be a little bit more cautious and not have them just simply go and change that. So we can choose to hide or show these what we call backlog issues alongside the new issues. In this case we're going to also apply the same approach here and actually ask for a fix again from the AI. And off it goes to go and do follow that same process. And this is a bit more of a complex issue. So the data that we have, the data pointer here, sorry, which is assigned a pointer from the call out to this X509 name entry get data function method, is going to potentially be null. And if it's null, then you can see the highlighted issues on 2 lines, 41 and 44, that would then potentially dereference that null pointer, and that's fundamentally the issue. Rather conveniently, the suggested fix in this case actually resolves both of those issues by checking whether data is null, and if not a valid pointer, it will return 1 at that point, meaning the rest of the function is skipped. Now, you may or may not wish to do something like that in terms of the resolution, but in this case as well, we're happy with the fix, let's say, so we're going to keep that, but we would also like to add a little commentary as to why this bit of code has been changed, because bearing in mind this is something that's changing from the master branch, so it's not part of our developers' actual development here. I'm pleased to show that, of course, the issue has now been reported as fixed by the analysis being updated. So that one's great as well, we'll keep that. But we will just ask here GitHub Copilot to please add comment to explain this fix in the code, and attach also the CWE reference for the original defect. So we can just simply ask Copilot to go away and make a further change to our code in this case, because obviously we have changed something which, as I say, is in the master branch already. It's something we're unrelated to the new code we were developing, perhaps. So we really should explain for this change, and that's what it's given us here. So you can see we've now also got a second change to the code as a result of this, and it's telling us, okay, this CWE that we had originally, CWE 476, has been resolved by adding the following code on lines 46 and 47, just to protect the use of an uninitialized pointer on the following lines.